So, if you choose to do this project, the final project, using this food API, you need to visit spoonacular.com/food-API. Once you're inside the web site, you will see that they provide a presentation, some slides presentation, describing what this API provides, all sorts of data, how they classify their data, the ingredients, price breakdown, nutritional information, among others. So to get things started with this API, click on Start Now, and then provide an email for you, a password. Let me provide my own password here. Accept the terms and sign up. Once you're inside the API console, the dashboard, you need to click on Profile, and then your API key will be shown here. You need to click Show API Key in order to copy the API key and paste inside your JSON file and JSON files inside the PyCharm project. So all you have to do here is show your API key, copy, and then paste into your project. And also visit Docs, the full documentation, and you will see all sorts of data you can get from this API. I would like to focus on and suggest the search food videos. So the search food videos provides you of options such as what type of cuisine do I want to search for recipes? What type of diet? Is it vegetarian? Is it vegan? What ingredients I would like to include? What ingredients I would like to exclude? And how to provide these parameters. So this is the type of data you get. So you get a list of videos. They are dictionaries, as you can see here, containing the title, the length, the ratings for that video, a short title for the videos. Some videos have long title, a thumbnail, the number of views, and the YouTube ID, which you use to get the actual YouTube URL. The project should look like this. You have your search recipes project, and then inside you have the Flask. You have a JSON files folder containing your API key. You have templates such as the search and the results. You have an init, a forms, a script, main functions, you're familiar with that, the routes, and the run. So inside the run, I'm gonna start the web application right here. So as you can see here, I have a very simple interface that says search for recipes, and you must include what type of meal do you want to search for recipes, what ingredients you would like to include, what ingredients you would like to exclude. So I'm gonna provide something such as a soup, and I want to include tomato, and I want to exclude eggs. So when you click search, it should display a table. This is an example that I did for you, containing the name of the soup, the ratings, the number of views, a short image of the soup, and the video itself that you can click and watch the recipe for it. Oh, this is delicious, this Brazilian soup here, moqueca. It's really good. So as you can see, it's a simple interface, but very effective, where from the response that you saw here, you see the responses here, you get a title, length, rating, short, title, thumbnail, views, and YouTube ID. You use this info provided by the API from the JSON file. You use it to reproduce this table, and that will be a project. I will provide a package containing certain files, and this is halfway done for the project, for the final project. It's halfway. What do I provide? I provide the run script that will initialize your web application. That's where you run your project from. Let's see what I provide in Forms. So Forms, I provide the imports for you. You need to install packages requests, Flask, WTF, and WT Forms. I also provide the class search for recipes. It's ready for you right here. with the meal, include, and exclude. This is an example. You can change if you want to. I also provide function getData, which contains input parameters meal, include, and exclude. The access to the dictionary, so make sure that within JSON files you have here, this recall is in the wrong place, let me just delete it. Make sure that within this JSON file you have the key that the website Spoonacular provided to you. So just like we did for the Mars example and the air pollution AQI, you need to have your key stored within the JSON file. And here's how you access it, one way. This is the URL. So I already provided to you the URL ready for the request and how to concatenate the input parameters, which are the input by the users. So this is the complete URL. All you have to do now is to make the API request using .get method and save to a response. And then save this response variable to a file. Hint, use main functions. Remember, I'm gonna help you here. You need to use save to file. And then you're gonna read this JSON file that you saved within JSON files. It's not here because I didn't save it yet. So once it's saved in here, you need to read from it and assign to variable recipes. And then you return recipes. So let's see how the routes here works. I already provided for you the imports. I started the search function. So the search form is this form within search for recipes. It's this form. It has 3 string fields, meal, include, and exclude, that the user needs to type. And then if the user types and make a post request, which means if the user submits a request, you need to get the user input and store to these variables. We've done that before. And then once you assign to these variables the input by the user, you need to pass the variables above, meal, include, and exclude, as arguments to the getData function. What getData function? This one. Just call this function, make sure you call forms.getData, and provide the input parameters by the user. So once you call this function, passing this input arguments, store the return value to this variable recipes. Recipes will have a dictionary, and one of the keys videos will open a list of recipes. And that list is what I'm interested in, and that list is what I send to the HTML. So you can see here I already did the render template for you. So I'm giving this list of videos already to recipes.results. Let's see what I provide in the search. Before the user clicks anything, the first HTML that is shown to the user. So I already gave you the entire search HTML. So it has a meal field, include field, and exclude field like we saw earlier in this video, and a submit button. But the results is what you need to work on, because I already provided the table for you. Okay, I started the table with name, ratings, views, thumbnail, and video. And I already did the for loop for you. Again, I pass a list of videos. So inside the results, I already looped over this all these recipes, and within each recipe, I will be assigned to each one of these recipes. I need to get iName, iRating, iViews, iThumbnail, iVideo ID, and put inside each cell in the table. That's your work here for the recipes results, and that will be all.